Hey guys, I'm Layla. Welcome to Raid Stories. Today's lore story is going to be for Mathias Blackflail. I think he looks really neat. I kind of like this. I'm trying to think like what kind of look they gave him. Kind of like this weathered iron kind of look. Looks really neat. And yeah, he literally does. Like he has a flail here, right? I haven't seen this story yet. I believe he's newer in the game too. So let's check it out. When the Skinwalker Plague came to Arnok, the free city was torn apart. Citizens were butchered in the thousands as rats rose from the sewers and ravenous, slobbering man-bees attacked the city. Thousands succumbed to the disease's ravages, adding to the misery and slaughter. One survivor was a boy named Mathias. Broad, tall, and strong for his age, he had been the pride and joy of his mercenary captain father, a man of rough humor and immense bulk. Before the plague, when not learning to fight, Mathias explored Arnok, beating up and even killing sewer rats, a term used for both rodents and the city's poorest boys and beggars. It made his father proud. All Mathias's malice and brutality counted for nothing during the plague. He was helpless as his sire was ripped limb from limb in front of him by rat skinwalkers. Bitter and furious tears streamed down his face. He fled the city, begging for the safety of the land of rebirth, home of the Sacred Order. Revenge soon became Mathias's obsession. He demanded he be given arms, excelled in the Order's brutal training regiments, and bullied his way to dominance over his comrades and fellow orphans. Years passed, and Mathias grew to be a towering brute of a man, merciless and ruthless in victory and furious in rare instances of defeat. He attracted dozens of lackeys, each cruel and sycophantic. He became his closest followers. He regarded them all as pathetic, but they worshipped him, and so he kept them. When word came that a purgation crusade had been declared against the Skinwalkers, Mathias's roars of elation echoed throughout swathes of the Eternal Citadel. His vengeance was finally at hand. At the retaking of the Granite Bastion, Mathias was the first to storm the Ork-held ramparts. There, he cut down a score of the creatures, buying time for more Order warriors to climb the ladders set against the fortress's walls. When he learned that hundreds of Ork villains were hiding inside the central keep, he kept the first torch to it, delighting in purging vermin in such fashion. At the Chiron Ravine massacre, he led the charge against a ragged column of Ogren and Lizardmen refugees and set upon them with wild, bloody abandon, cursing every last one. He spent an hour culling enemy wounded as they lay helpless in the blood-soaked ground, never stopping for rest or water. For 4 more years, Mathias slaughtered his way around Karok, his every kill an act of vengeance for the slaughter he beheld in Arnok years before. Then, fighting against a monstrous bovine skinwalker during the Langdon town uprising, the creature severed his sword arm at the elbow. He hacked the beast to a bloody pulp in pain-fueled rage and fought for another hour, suffering more wounds before retiring. Mathias demanded the Order's healers make him fit for battle. They cauterized his injuries with iron made hot in the fires of burning skinwalker corpses and chanted praise in Lamea over his stump while treating it with holy water and crushed herbs from sacred gardens. At the same time, he ordered smiths to provide him a weapon he could use in lieu of his blade. What they produced, which they revealed to him scant a day after his wound was declared healed, brought a wicked smirk to his face. A black iron flail as large as a battle helm integrated into a false forearm. Mathias longed to wield it in anger and soon had his chance. Crusaders searching for skinwalkers discovered the bone temple in the free city of Narbok and swept through it with Mathias among them. He pulverized heretic after heretic with his flail and shield, splattering their brains and shattering their spine against catacomb walls. He considered every kill a holy, smiting, sanctifying a city. The Blackflail, as he became known, disappeared shortly after Narbok was purged. Stories spread that he was murdered in the night by weasel-like skinwalkers too cowardly to face him man-to-man. But the truth is that the Arbiter saw Mathias and knew. For all his brutish, murderous nature, he was a weapon she needed. Syrah's hosts were full of loathsome monsters, and she knew only beasts of her own could counter them. Mathias has only been released from his shard 4 times, alongside warriors such as the fanatic Errol and other Red Crusaders known for savagery and bloodlust, for the most desperate and dangerous purgation missions. On each occasion, he ruthlessly bloodied the forces of darkness. It was not escape the Arbiter's notice that with every unleashing, Mathias has appeared even more frenzied. She fears that with barely a hint for more battles, he'll be impossible to control. Wow, okay. They definitely made him like, man, I don't even know. He's just, after what happened to him as a child, which was kind of graphic, they talk about how his father was murdered right in front of him by skinwalkers. So basically he goes on this like killing rampage and he just becomes very bloodthirsty, right? Guys, what do you think about the lore story from Mathias Blackflail? Drop me a comment down below and thanks for watching.